Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'm just trying to watch out for the rapid game which he had played. I'm not finding that he only plays bullet game, that too at 14,1500 level, and he beat 2200 in the rapid section with 92% accuracy. Finally, I got some of the games here. Okay, he was playing with the black pieces. The game is fine here. I don't know why he hacks the land. Okay, he wants to capture that. Queen was there, takes. Oh, white is completely winning here. Bro just completely misses that his knight is hanging. Wow. And he blunders the game on the spot. And he beat me with 92% accuracy. Can you see my top two games? I will try, but not right now. Yeah, this guy literally beat us with 92% accuracy. Okay, let's go back here. You can see that every move was on the point. Not too many like bad moves. Some moves were like inaccurate, but that was still fun. I made one bad miss move, b4, and after that recapture. I should have just castled here to be safe, but I tried to recapture the pawn. That was complete bad move, and he finds the move in like 2 seconds. Takes 4 seconds, another 3 seconds, and it was that was like it. Okay, so first undercover GM has beaten us. Let's try to get some random games. Also, the ID was like 2 day old, so it was quite interesting. Okay, I'm going to be playing 5 in a bridge game. Let's try to win some games. We are 20 points away from 2100. Chess is getting harder and harder. Let's try to win some games. This is the Pano accelerated, which is a very dangerous system against the Karata. Is he going to sack the bishop here? I'm very scared about this bishop to be on this diagonal. I think he's going to sacrifice this. The way he's thinking about the move, it looks like he is going to sack this bishop on f7. Okay, he goes back, lucky. Let's go e6. Just to disarm this bishop. Now I'm on a castle. White is going to castle. Bishop c2 will be the idea, and then there will be like checkmate. Hmm. Let's be here. Just in case if he wants to remove this, there will be no threat. Knight to h7, and if you grab that knight, then queen takes h7 will be checkmate. This guy is just using every trick in this setup. Let's go here. He will take this, but we will recapture right back, and we will defend h7 as well. Okay, a6, b5, bishop b7 is necessary. He is waiting for us to capture the knight. He wants to deliver checkmate here, but we are not a fool. Just keep the tension. The moment he capture the knight, only then we recapture. I think he wants to play this. You know what? Now let's go knight. Ah, but there is a problem though. Then he might capture this. And now he wants to play this. Can I just grab that pawn? But then this bishop takes at 6. We are also behind in development. The life will be hard. The life will be hard if I'm going here. That takes, and g5 is very dangerous. Where are these guys coming from? They are just not making my life easy. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Now I see the danger. He wants to recapture here twice. Maybe I will be fine with bishop takes. Yeah, it looks fine. Let's start with this move. I'm fine. I have an escape. I have an escape option. Let's go here with the idea of playing this move. Knight takes f6 is coming. We will recapture with the bishop. Or maybe we can recapture with the knight as well. How should we recapture? With the bishop? Probably. Because I'm going to have this escape. Queen h7 is not going to be checkmate. And now if he takes, we are not going to recapture. Okay, let's do here. I want to capture here with the queen just to defend this. If he goes here, of course we takes. We eliminate that because that is the only viable move. And now we can check probably. Yeah, fine. Now this, taking away this square. Okay, very good. What to do now? I don't want to trade the queen though. Okay, let's trade the queen and attack that pawn. Chess is so hard, man. At this level, everybody is just playing a top level chess. Everybody is finding all the great moves. Can I get this check? F4. Oh, he got this move. Very annoying. But I have an incredible resource. Bishop b7, rook c7. Oh, he goes there. He wants to get into the line of fire of the. Oh, really? Check king c1. And then I got this. Holy. What is he trying? Wait. Let's go after the pawn. I need to speed up as well. I need to speed up. What do you guys think about this game? Can we get this game? It is getting harder. We are down a pawn. That's true. But I think my position is fine. We have some meaningful pressure on this pawn, and the c file is under fire as well. I'm not seeing a single reason not to capture this. Let's take this. Holy moly. Now we are threatening the bishop. Hoping for this. And then maybe we do have rook a to d8, rook h to d8. Yeah, looks very interesting though. Looks very interesting, yeah. Let's align the rook with the king. I'm not worried about this move. We can simply slide the rook over to c7, hitting the bishop. Bishop takes e6, and I'm pretty sure we are going to have some interesting check. And there we go, we win that rook maybe. Oh no, bishop is controlling this. No. Oh, I do have this beautiful move. Or this. Wow, I have this move. Oh no, but if I'm going here, then he will take my rook. So this is the only move. Opening up a line of attack on the king. But he just goes here and that is still different. What should I do? Oh, do I have this? No, no, I have simple idea. Let's take, force bishop to capture that, then knight f5. Attacking the rook, attacking this. Yeah, he just goes for counter sack, which is not gonna work. Now it is completely winning for us. We just need to convert this game. Let's go for that one. We just need to convert this game. There we go. I do have this pathway. I do have this. That's easy. Yeah, we find the tactic. I thought that I'm just going to be missing that tactic. But suddenly we see that there is a way to get the rook. Yeah. Hello, Santa. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Sam. It was a nice tactic. Let's just take this. Get the knight in. Yes, single Arjun, king, knight f5. I do find that one knight c4 is coming with an attack on the pawn. He is hoping for some miracle, which is of course never going to happen. I will not try. I will not slip this game. That is this move. Oh, he's not going for that. Let's go for this. We have a nice tactic. Even if we defend this, let's just take that. Bishop takes, and then we play rook d4, forking the king and the bishop, and you win the game. As simple as that. Check. Improve the king here. Take away this square. Oh, I do get that check. I missed that. Okay, now this check. Simplify the game. Resignation should become bishop hanging. Okay, fine. We got the win easily. Nice one. And if you enjoy this game, do subscribe the channel. And if you are enjoying the stream, this game deserves a like. You can throw that like just by double clicking on the screen. Let's review this game. I have a feeling you are going to go back to 2200. Let's see, Zen to all. By the way, thank you very much for your compliment. Accuracy is not that great, it is just 80. But let's see if there was something, some nuances of the game. Everything is fine till this moment. White tries to be optimistic about checkmating ideas. This is one of the idea, and it may seem that you can simply take that knight. But if you grab that free knight, oh, you are getting checkmated as bishop is also defending that square. So you have to be very mindful about these type of moves. Your rook is also hanging, so we move the rook. He goes back. A6 is not the move which computer wants to. Computer wants to play queen a5, maybe with some pressure on there. But I was trying to get some attacking ideas on the queen side. There we go. Computer actually likes knight h5, which is out of my mind. White is completely winning here. It is +4. He takes, but now it is not winning. We are back in the game. Queen h7, we captures. Now it is black, who is fine. It is black, who is fine. Check here. Yeah, he got a pawn, but actually our pieces are much active than his pieces. Knight c4, knight d2 is coming as well. And we get the pawn, and it is already winning for black. Rook h to d8, and now we are threatening all sorts of nasty discoveries. Try to hide that, but it walks right into this. It walks right into this. I was calculating knight to b3 check. It defends the rook. It attacks the king, but king e3 and rook is also defended by the bishop, and white is fine here. And I was about to play this move, but then I see that I can play knight f5 at the end, opening up a line of attack on the king and hitting the rook. So he sacked the rook, but it was nothing. And after that point, it was just a matter of time. Another nice tactic here. First of all, this is another nice trick to get the knight back into the game if he captures. That was not free, as rook d4 will pick up the bishop immediately. Thank you, Anav Singh, for subscribing to the channel. If you guys have any question, you can ask me. Another key point, after this move, he goes here. He defends the pawn, but we sack the knight anyway. For the same reason, if he takes, again, rook d4 forks the king and the bishop, and we win the piece back. And basically, that's it. We got the game nicely. At this moment, my opponent designs. If you guys have any question, ask me right now. Please play me a game. I am 250 ELO. I want to play unrated with you. Okay, brother, you can send me the challenge. Arnav Singh, if you want to play a game, you can send me the challenge. Make sure it is unrated. Abhishek, okay, I will try to play against you as well, but let me play against Arnav first. Arnav, you are in the queue. Send me the challenge, but make it quicker. Do it quickly so that we don't have to burn too much time. And by the way, there are only 11 likes, guys. Only 11 likes. What is stopping you from hitting that like button? Just smash that like button, and you can just like this team by double clicking on the screen. Do you know that? Of course, you don't know that. That's why you are not hitting that like. Play with Samay Ron. Samay Rayon? Smile. Who is Samay Rayon? I don't know Samay Rayon. I think you are talking about Samay Rana. Samay Rana, is he stream sniping? Sorry, is he streaming? I don't think so. Anam, are you sending? I always hit that like button. Yeah, that's great, Sam. You are the good stuff. You are great. He always accept? What? Are you asking me or are you saying that? Okay, Arnav is sending in the channel. Let's play against this guy. He is 170, 318. So let's hope for the best and wish me luck, guys. Because I really need the luck against the viewers. He is going for the London system. Let's try to get him off guard. If you are the regular viewer of the stream, then you might know that we are playing c5 and queen b6 system. Actually, he is asking to grab this pawn here. I'm so sorry, my mouse is fluctuating here. Let's take the pawn. Then you can bring the knight out to c6. You can go d5. Let me just switch the port of the mouse. What? Queen c1? Okay. Okay, he's defending the pawn with the queen. Makes sense. Let's take this pawn. I checked the line and engine says you should take on c5 before queen came to b5. Before queen b6. Yeah, that is also a possibility. Yeah, you can play both ways. You can play both ways, but sometimes you ignore the angel line. Why? Sorry for that. Sometimes you ignore the top angel line because your opponent is going to prepare for the top move. That's why you choose like second or third best move in the line. That is the way to get your opponent like offside. If you are just playing the top move, then your opponent might be in the preparation as well. So one of the trick to get them off guard is just to try to play the second or third best line. Let's go d5 here, taking some space. Okay, again the mouse is not working properly. I'm so sorry for this problem. I really need to find the alternative. Does that make sense, Santa? Which I said right now that if you are playing the top engine line, then your opponent might be in preparation. So you want to avoid that thing. Try to play bomb cloud opening बिल्कुल prepare नहीं हो वहाँ होगा उसके and you can lose the game in a couple of moves. Okay, give up the bishop for the knight, but he's applying some pressure on this pawn. Bishop b7 defends the pawn. Bro, look, what should I look, bro? Smile. What should I look? He had knight b5. He had knight b5. That is protected, brother. Where should I look? Smile. 1 to A. Up comment. Up comment. He always accept. He always accept before. Bomb cloud low. Now e6. Trying to bring this bishop out. Right here. Okay, he's pinning our knight. Let's unpin this. And now we are ready to castle finally. Now let's go here. We can recapture if he just takes. We are up a pawn, and that might be the healthy pawn. But we need to get this pawn on all the way to c4. If this pawn remains on c6, it is going to be a weak target. Smile, what? Are you going to capture that knight? Or do you want to play something else? I don't know what is the idea of this. Maybe he's inducing h6 so that he can sack the bishop. Let's try to open up this bishop. And once we play c4, our pawn will be fixed. What is this? Ah, really? Now we are attacking the queen and we are attacking the knight as well. Queen f4 might be the move. I do. Oh, okay. He just blunders the knight here. Let's take this. We are up a piece and a pawn, and this bishop has the great potential energy to open itself. And look at the beautiful arrows which I'm just drawing on the board. I don't know. Let's just go back. We don't need to give up the bishop for this lame knight. This knight is doing nothing. He will accept. I hope as your ratings is high, it will be fun, friendly match. So, do you really think that Samay Raina is playing right now? Wow, look at that brilliant rook sacrifice by our opponent. Wow, that was incredible rook set. You should trade when you are up material. Yeah, of course, you should trade. But I don't like the fact that we are eliminating that knight and giving him the b file. That makes sense. Let's take the queen and trade into the winning endgame. Okay, brother chooses to hang checkmate in one move. Let's go. Trade your bishop. It's fine, man. There was like multiple ways to win the game. And here I didn't trade the bishop for the knight because let me show you that. Because if you take, yes, it is a trade, but you are giving white the b file to work with, which can be some troublesome. That's why my bishop was good at. I want to play rapid. I am also 2200 username audiences. Okay, brother, let me play against this guy. I will try, but rapid will take like too much time. I don't think you need to think that much. He's just 100. But sometimes 100 players just starts playing like 2000. Yeah, he plays as his rating was going up and down. He also said it in interview. But Samadena is playing right now. I don't think so. She is doing like latent. How is he supposed to play chess? How the heck he can get like so much time in life? Nobody is that much powerful. Okay, you wanna recapture that? Go ahead. Let's develop the pieces. Bishop to d2. And now who is defending the pawn? Let's get a pawn here with bishop pair. And I think we are castling queen side here. Our rook will be active here. I could have taken that pawn as well, which I missed. Missed. I do agree that. But I think my rook is fine. Why did I take this and get another pawn? Bro, in his BTS video, he was playing online. Okay, bro, I will try, but let me focus on the game now. Let's trade the rook and get into the winning endgame. He's just throwing his pieces here and there. He is not even thinking. Let's collect every pawns. Not regularly, but he is still active. Finally, a good move by my opponent. Take away this square. There you go. He just hangs the rook. 400. Opponent forgot England Gambit is chess opening. Yeah. He literally forgot that England Gambit is chess opening. He tried England on our d4 opening. And really thinks that we are going to be falling for his trap. And basically, he cooperated with us. He cooperated with us. Okay, let's play against this guy. He's sending me the challenge from a long time. It is going to be a hard game as we both are about 2200. Let's bring the knight out to f6. Buckle up, guys. d5. c6. Jawab London. Yeah, it looks like bishop to f5. Let's trade this. Bring the knight out. Okay, he damaged the pawn structure. That means he maybe just analyzed this knight. Okay, I can go e6 here. Wow, he's going for the attack. Wow, that says too much about this thing. That says too much about this. Let's apply some pressure here. I'm not afraid about g5, but maybe it is some sort of like insane trap by my opponent. Let's pin the knight. He just unpins this. Now c5. Try to open up the center as soon as possible. If you go g5 big G, we can drop our knight back and then we will reroute our knight to e7. And you can see that beautiful, beautiful drawing arrows. Beautiful arrows. Were you being sarcastic at my rook sacrifice? No, bro. I was just legitimately saying that was a good move. We are going to recapture with the knight. Now white is never going to castle queen side as his rook is there. And if you castle king side, what is your pawn doing here? What is your pawn doing here? Let's bring this knight out this way now. And we have the option of going both sides. We are not that much bad. But I think my bishop is in no man's land. If a3 happens, fuck man, what the heck is this? Literally, I'm struggling to drawing the arrows. No man, no man, I'm using that old one. I'm using that old one mouse, which is simply not working. Okay, where should we castle, guys? I think we can keep the king in the center of the board for the moment because I'm not seeing there is like enough danger on this. Okay, he did go for this. That means I need to take, he will recapture with the pawn, and then I need to move my knight. Or should I go right away? Yeah, should I think I can just go back right away. But then there is a problem though. A3. I do have this move as well, but my knight is empty, so I don't like. If I'm capturing this, then pawn takes, and it seems like white is better. Let's go here. I want to get my knight in right here. भैया आपके पास कौन सा ईयरफोन है बड्स 2 या दिस इज रियलमी बड्स 2 do you know Nihal sir in GM of India he qualified for esports chess top 2 yeah I do know that but I'm not focusing on the esports right now because I'm kind of busy in my school. Okay, castle. Oh, that was out of my mind, but now he might move this knight somewhere. I can castle here. That is a complete possibility, but my bishop is in no man's land, man. It might be in trouble with a3. There is no knight a5, but if he goes here, then we take. But he in. Oh no. I'm worried about the move g4 and then knight here. I might be fine, but now he has enough attacker here. Okay, let's release some tension from the center of the board. No man, I'm not in my college right now. Start castling kaise. Now start castling is the best. You don't want to go queen side because bishop is already controlling the diagonal. I can castle now because knight d6 check is a threat. Or I can just take this first and now I can castle. Position looks fine. Oh wait. Thank God. Thank God he misses that. Did you buy a new mouse? No man, I'm using the old one. I said that I'm using the old one. There was a move which I was scared of, but luckily he missed that. But now knight a4 is a threat. That means we have to accept this. Bishop, there is nothing else which I can do. There is nothing else. And I think I can grab this pawn with queen takes b2. What the heck? Yeah, I don't want to trade the queen, but I need to be very careful. I can cheat this. He will play this move. I will play this. He will take my pawn. It is enough calculation. But I got nothing better than this. Let's try. And I'm hoping that my queen is not getting trapped. Okay, now I got this move. It was bishop d6. What was the move? I will show you that. Did you buy? Let me just face the game. In which city do you lie? What? I'm in Purnia right now. Oh, he's just going for the attack. He's just going for the attack. Wow, that's crazy. I might be in trouble. Look at these pawns. Look at these pawns and this fucking mouse. Oh, man, crazy attack. What is going on? What's going on, really? I have no idea. He's just pushing all the pawns. What is better, knight? C4 looks good. Let's hit the queen. Queen has to keep an eye on the knight as well. Not much. Check. What about knight to e3 now? Looks interesting. But I have an idea. But that is too slow. There is a problem. After this move, he's going to take this. That is insane. Let's attack the queen first. Danger level is high here. And if you guys are enjoying the game, make it to the 30 likes, guys. We are only at 16 likes, really. We are only at 16 likes. Queen goes to that square. Wait a minute. Rook to d2. Knight e3 was also good, but if you have a good move, look for a better one. That is the same. And now we can just quickly develop on the d5. But still, I need to be very careful. That is the problem. Do I have this move? Makes sense. Everything is defended for the moment. We are hitting the rook and the knight. This is the only move. Sorry, rook c1. But then we have to find the key move. Yeah, now we have to find the key. I don't think there is any kind of threat. Still, okay, that is one of them. I can play this one, but then knight will be hanging. What to do? Knight does not seems to be doing great job here. Queen is holding off everything as well. This is very annoying, to be honest. Uh, let's go this way. In case if he tries to attack my queen with the knight move, my rook will be guarding the knight, and we kind of have some sort of. We can have some sort of discover attack on the field. Exchange the rooks? No, man. I think my position is better. My pieces are active, but still, I'm not finding a clear way. I'm not finding a clear way. Maybe rook d1 was there, but queen was also protecting that square. A3 queen. Yeah. Okay, he's just doubling up. Oh, do I have some moves? Seems like we don't have. Oh, but we have. We have, right? I can play knight c4, taking the queen, and then there is this check. Yeah, looks interesting to me. Let's go for knight to c2. We are hitting the queen. Free pawn? Who is going for free pawn? And don't try to grab free pawns. You have to go for the kill immediately. I'm threatening this move. Okay, that is the check. Oh man, but not in time to play this. Ah, oh, but I got this. Oh, I blocked with the queen though. He blocked with the queen. Fuck. Fuck! Queen f2. Just go. It is winning for us, guys. It is winning. It is winning. Who can find the tactic? Let's see who are finding the tactic. I'm giving you 15 seconds. If you can find the tactic to win the queen, then you have the great potential to become 2000 rated player. That's great. FF1. FF move 9GN. Rook H1 is the correct move. Rook D8. No, no, no. Sack the rook. Rook H1. Rook H1 is the beautiful move. Rook to H1. Check. If he takes, then we simply takes the queen. King G2 is the only move. And who can find the follow-up? What will you play after King G2? What will you play after King to G2? Let's see who is saying the follow-up, guys. Who is saying the follow-up? Rook H2. That's great, Hunty added. Okay, so he just gave up that. So we are going to win the queen. Rook H2 was the correct idea. Rook H2 was the correct idea, sacrificing the rook one more time. And now we are completely winning. Knight is hanging, and we are threatening to get our knight back into the attack with knight to e3. That's easy. Wow, beautiful rook sacrifice. And if you enjoy this game, do smash that like button. Okay, I guess I do have this one, but I have a better one. Let's start with this check. Let's force the king out in the open, and only then we play this check. I was about to play this move like stupid. It is still not over, so we need to be precise. Let's try to get the knight out of the attack. And now we are threatening this pawn. King in a corner or opened up. Bro, I hate when opponent don't design after completely losing. Queen takes f2 was brilliant. Wow. Okay, let's take this pawn. Let's check. And now let's cut off the connection of the rooks. Simply take that knight with check. And now this is going to be another problem. Let's bring the rook in. That is the best you can get. We might have a checkmate now. Let's take this pawn first and threaten this. We are also hitting that rook. No, that is nice trick. Wow. If you take the rook, there is checkmate. My back rank is weak. My back rank is weak. But this is checkmate. Lose your queen and play. uh, yeah, somebody said rook g1 force a sacrifice. I don't know how to explain. King in corner. Okay, why we didn't get the brilliant move, man? That rook sack should be the brilliancy. Let's see. Well, 90 people are watching, and there are still only 19 likes. If you are not hitting that like button, then it's not great thing. Okay, it's fine. Position was completely fine till this moment. White is better now, but he gave up the advantage. We capture, we castle. Yeah, that was the move. After I castle, a3 traps the bishop. He misses that. I was so scared about that move. a3 traps the bishop. Because where are you going to play? You can't go bishop to d6 because the bishop is also attacking and rook is also attacking this. Makes sense? So you have to play this move, but then comes b4 and you are losing your bishop anyway. That was the point where I got completely scared. But luckily he misses that. Luckily he misses that. And I immediately drop my bishop back, and now we are fine. We trade the bishop, we take the pawn, we get the pawn back. But then we start accumulating some pressure. That was a blunder. I go for the right idea. Taking the queen was also right, and now black is already winning. That was another bad move. But the move here is just simple knight a5 attacks the rook and attacks the knight with the queen. That's the idea. We are attacking the rook here, and we are attacking the queen. Best positional opening for black. There is nothing like best opening. You just have to make them best by playing some good amount of chess. Okay, actually, your knight to d1 is better than knight to c2 because this way you are getting some sort of check as well with knight to f2. And my mouse is literally saying I'm not going to work here. Okay, first rook h1. If he goes king g2, then you play the move rook to h2. Sacrifice, but it is a miss. Although why? Because it is just checkmate in one move. Oh my. Oh my god. It is just checkmate in one move. You don't even need to win the queen, but it is still winning. You take the queen and then you take the knight. Wait, h3? Lol. Yeah, that was like crazy thing. Crazy thing. Can you give me a clock? 1700 chat. That is crazy. I need to, there must be some dust in my mouse. That's why it is fluctuating. Can I get a cup of tea? Or maybe it is time for the tea. Okay, let's keep going. Let's play some rich schemes again. As nobody's sending me the challenge, 5 plus 0. Let's try to get back to 2100. Let's start with 1e4, knight to f3, another Italian. Hmm. Should I go for the Greco attack? Let's try. When Sanji Bro asked best move everyone, Rook h2, no one queen h3. Yeah, literally that was the story. Nobody noticed that there is queen h3. घर में इंग्लिश बोलता है हाँ भाई बोल लेते. Oh yeah, he might be in some sort of prep. Can you give me the f file? No, but why? Should I sack the knight? I'm just going for this. I don't know if it is going to be working. Oh, he just sacked the queen. Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. He's not gonna give me the chance to do that. Queen c7. Where are all of your pieces? Don't sack the knight. What? Why? Okay, he's defending that. d4 now. Oh, I mean, he has like enough pieces. You do get enough pieces for the queen. We need to take this. Just merge a new ID. What? What is going on? I got this check, and we can pick up that pawn at least. I need to collect all of the pawns. Let's start with this. Bro, how can I reach 1700? My rating keeps fluctuating between 1590 to 1660. Just try to analyze every game, bro. That is one of the good thing to do. Let's grab this pawn as well. We need to keep the king in the center of the board, and now I might be like in time. I do get this move. If he takes the pawn, we do have queen takes e5. That will be a check, and I think we can start. I can't go for this because of bishop captures. Then let's start pushing this pawn. Okay, very good. I think he's trying to do this. Here. Let's push the pawns. Push it again. Queen b4 check and then b7 maybe. Wait. Let's go b7 immediately. Check here. What is this? Oh, he's not going for that, man. I need to get both of the pawns as soon as possible. Okay, he's attacking that. Get this check. Let's try this. Ah, but he might block with the knight. Oh no. Wait. This is going to be a fork anyway. Queen takes e5 will be a fork anyway. Ah, but he takes that with the king, but it's still a fork. No, no, no. Bishop is defended. How the heck I'm calculating, man? Stupid. Should not have gone for this line. He simply got like enough pieces. Now it is just impossible to win this game. I just need to find a way to fork some pieces, which is not going to happen. It happens, and it is getting a plus 3 pieces as 200 elo, also getting plus 3 pieces as 2000 elo. Can you play next game of yours as Scotch game? I don't understand a thing. I lose to 1300 and win against 1800. Equal number of games. What is my actual rating since I haven't played OTV? You just need to find out. You have to play a bunch of OTV game. That is the only way you can know your real potential. Sivansko is sending me the challenge. Let's go. And again, if you guys are enjoying the game, please do consider hitting that like button. Let's go for the Sicilian. And if you're new to the channel, you can check out the channel, and you can throw me a sub as well. You can become a member of this beautiful community. Let's go for the open. Let's go for the knight out variation. We are hitting the pawn on e4, and absolute best way to bring this knight out. A6 is the entry point to the knight off. A4. A4 is kind of prophylactic move, stopping B5. And here I want to play the move D6, or I can play E6 as well. But let's start with the move D6, just to keep an eye on these squares. How good are you in OTB? Not that much. I have beaten 1850 highest rated player in the FIDE rating. That was like 1.5 or 2 years ago. I beaten 1850 rated classical player 2 years ago. That is the highest FIDE rating which I have beaten. And he was like a player who had played some national games as well from Bihar. Okay, I think we are going to have a hedgehog structure because this bishop does not have any meaningful square on this diagonal. You can play bishop to e6, but then it walks right into knight. No, I can eliminate that. So maybe I can bring this bishop out e6, but bishop on e6 looks awkward though. Let's go b6. The idea is to fianchetto the bishop, queen to c7, and then maybe we can play e6. Yeah, let's finish the development over here. F3 solidify the pawn, but as a result, this diagonal is weak, which we will use, not right now. Let's improve the rook here. And some of the dark squares are really, really weak in white camp. I can try to involve my queen with the knight to h5 and then maybe e5, trying to open up the way for the queen. That seems to be the way to go. But let's see how he is going to position his pieces. Okay, bishop to e3 makes sense, keeping an eye on the pawn and controlling the diagonal. Okay, let's improve our pieces. Rook to e8 looks interesting, but I think my knight can go to e5, attacking the bishop, and then it can go to c4. Mhm. What do you do for living? I have said this before. I eat food. Knight can go to c4, attacking the bishop and the pawn here. And if you have to give up the light square bishop for the knight, then my light square bishop is going to be a monster on this diagonal. That too will be uncontested. So he goes back, and now we have to find a way to accumulate the pressure. E5 looks interesting to me, but I don't want to allow F5. Knight S5. Yeah, that is also good move. That also looks interesting. Oh, I have an idea. Let's go B5. Hello, Sarthak. Okay, Sarthak. Welcome to the stream. How are you, Sarthak? How is your study going? Spam mat karo, Sarthak. Okay, Sarthak is one of my students, Santa. Oh, he give up the bishop for the knight. I can take here with the rook. Yes, Sarthak. Where are you now? What? Oh, my queen. Queen is watching that square. Why did you put that knight on that a5 square? I can simply take this. I think he is trying to have the attack, but your rook is also undefended in the corner. We are not going to have any check. This is not the way to play chess. This is absolutely bad move. And now we simply recapture with the bishop here. And we are like literally way too ahead in our material. Let's take. And let's play knight to h5 now. At this level, we can even sack the rook here because we are like simply way too ahead in material. That's easy. He just got a complete breakdown, I guess. Now he wants to play this move. Let's sack the rook. Takes this pawn. He can throw bishop to d2 here, but then we simply takes the pawn on c2. And that's it. There's nothing more to be done. We can prepare for the next game, I guess. Okay, I don't think there's anything more to be done. It is resignable at this moment. I can also try to bring my queen on the king side. He goes back with the king. Okay, let's place this bishop on the active square where it is going to threaten some checkmate with queen c6 ideas, or maybe queen can go to z3 like here. Okay, let's show queen to g3. डिजाइन क्यों नहीं कर रहा वो क्योंकि वो सोच रहा है मैं ब्लंडर करूंगा. How many years have you been playing chess? I'm playing chess from almost 4 years now. Almost four. I started chess in at late 2022. That was just roughly playing chess for fun. But then I get into 2024 when I seriously started playing some real chess in 2024. So 2024, 25, and 26. It is like third year. Okay, he defended that, but we have a cute move. Who can find that cute move? Hello, Rupal. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Who can find a cute move? We have a move which can be used to secure his rook and the queen. Bishop to f3. Yeah, Akash, you are a complete monster of the game, so of course you will find this. Bishop to f3. Yeah, good job, Santa. You are on the point. Of course, pawn is not capturing this as it is pinned by the queen on z3, and now we are attacking the rook and the queen. Are you a grandmaster? What particular thing make you feel like I'm a grandmaster? What is the quality in me? I don't think there is anything. Our queen is defended here, so we can take the rook. But you have to be careful in these type of situations. What particular things make you think like I'm a grandmaster, brother? Can I know that? my English my English is too bad. It is just so bad. Okay, let's bring the knight now. Knight to f4, taking the queen. He gave up the bishop. He can recapture. Your spectacles. You guys are getting on another level. Let's throw this check now. You have a pink painted wall. That means we are a GM. Let's get another pawn. Let's get this. Okay, it seems like he is not going to. Bishop to h2. Pink painted wall. That's crazy. He's hoping for some miracle, but now this is a checkmate. Let's go. That's easy. You have atomic habits which you don't read. No, I do read that one. I have completed atomic habit, and I do remember some of the lessons from this one. If the queen was not defended, then the bishop move would have been just stupid. Yeah, that's it. Please remove the whole game. We just finished the game. I don't even get the chance. Okay, if you enjoyed this game, do hit that like button. Make it to the 30 like. But in the atomic habit, there is a chapter which I quite like the most. It was something. It was something like the story of Vietnam War. In Vietnam War, U.S. soldiers gets addicted to heroin, and then U.S. government decided to get those soldiers back to the home. And once we get back to home, and they started like rehab, and after some times, every one of them just quit the heroin. And the second thing is, once they get into the sorry, then once they shift the new soldier to the war, every new soldier started using heroin because they had the like mental fatigue due to war, and they just wants to get rid of those mental fatigue and stress. That's why they started consuming heroin. And as a result of this study, we see that if your environment is like If your surrounding and environment is like quite in any habit forming, then you can get addicted to those things very easily. Started using Sicilian. Vietnam War was horrific. Yeah, yeah. Hey, kidding, man. Don't take seriously. I was not taking that seriously as well. I was just trying to spread out some knowledge. What is that knight a3 move? Knight a6. Should say. Let's go back with the knight. Oh, we are 1 win away from 2100. When did it happen? Like we are just 3 points away from 2100. I didn't even realize this. Rook to c1, aligning with the queen. I can decapture. What is that one now? Can I play knight to c4? Of course I can. Just keeping an eye on this. Let's take and go this way now because I do want to defend that pawn. And now if he takes, cd comes with an attack on the queen as well. Okay, I don't know what he's trying. Let's go knight to b3, adding another defender to the d4 square. Maybe I can try knight to h4 with some ideas related to sac and c3. Yeah, that looks like the way to go. Can I take that? A4 is like no big deal. Knight to h4. I will be happy if he captures this pawn. But of course, he's not going to do that. Knight d2, I think we drop a pawn here. Oh, we are dropping this pawn anyway. Yeah, to be honest, I think we are losing this pawn anyway. Yeah, because he has two different. Makes sense. Uh, what to do? I don't want to play knight here. That means we need to play this. Takes. I can take, but then bishop takes d4 comes with an attack on this and this. Knight to f3. I think black might win this game. And I have said this before already that once you get closer to a milestone, but the last game which gets closer to the milestone is like always getting harder, and it is like always the story is increasing the attack to knight to d4. I do have the idea of queen d5, but that walks right into bishop e6, which takes the sting out of this. Do I want to grab that? Probably no. Do I want to go here? No. Answer is no. Let's take this. No, no, you can just take that with the pawn. But I'm hoping knight takes a6. Now queen d5, I guess. With the idea of knight takes g6. But if he takes, we can recapture the knight. We are down a pawn. c3 is a huge weakness, I guess. He is getting like partial, and he's not giving us the time. He's not giving us the time to think. Bishop takes c3 walks into rook e3, I guess, but then he got b4. Queen takes a4 will be there, or can we survive this game? It is gonna be tough. I think we might survive. Let's go for this. If he takes, we recapture the knight. That will be the check. That's the important thing. Otherwise, queen takes f2 is a devastating threat. Okay, he's probably calculating some of the strongest line. Okay, now f2 is under fire. Queen takes f2 is the threat, of course. Let's go for rook to e2, defend this. And I have an idea, d4 and then bishop to d5, applying some meaningful pressure over there. Okay, now that is not an option. That means rook takes f2 might be the move. I need to defend like this. And then c3 is falling. Wow, that's incredible. We don't have anything, right? Don't have anything. We need to. What is this? Oh, let's get rid of that weakness. I think he can push this. This is it. Oh, we are low on time as well. No, we need to play like computer precision. What he goes for this? Ah, there is going to be this pin. Fuck man. What is this? Oh, look at the idea. The pawns are simply way too strong. Incredible gameplay. Incredible. We are not stopping these two pawns. Rook can never stop these two pawns. Okay, let's just do that. When the Vietnam War ended, I think around 1974. Yeah, I think it goes like 16 to 20, 16 to 18 years. It is like plus 6. I don't know why. The last game is always getting harder. I lost 10 points. Can you believe that? Because it was completely winning for black if you know how to play chess. What is that maneuver? I have never seen that. This F5 can be played maybe. Look here. Okay, he's stopping the idea of C. Can I go for this? Should I do that this, but that's not a great thing to do. I'm hoping for this. Wow, he's just rapid fighting. He's just rapidly moving the pieces. It looks scary, man. What to do now? I'm out of the move. What is this? Okay, I don't know what to do. Let's just make the random move. Luckily, this is not a check. We treat this. The knight is a beast piece here. Oh, what? Knight takes? Why? Oh man, I was just hoping for queen takes d3. What is this, man? This is not good. No, no, knight is defending that back line. We might be in trouble, but knight is hanging now. And if it takes, I can recapture. If it takes like this. Okay, knight is hanging now. She takes, pawn takes, rook takes. I might be fine. Now knight e2 check can be very useful for us, but I think he will just give up the bishop for the knight. We have to recapture. Yeah, there we go. And it is just an equal endgame now. Just an equal endgame. Let's go queen f6. I don't want to allow his rook to get active. And now maybe we can try to expand on the king side with h5, h4. Don't even know what is the idea behind this. Maybe he wants to play this. Let's attack the queen. h5. You want to play this? Okay, that is some sort of concession. Queen e7 might be the bad for us. Let's go for that. Now this, I don't want to allow queen to h6. Queen d6 looks interesting now. Attacking d4. Rook d3, rook d1 will be there. Why did opponent take the knight? Because rook takes e1 check opens up a line of attack on the bishop here. I don't know what is the idea behind this. Maybe he wants to pin this. Let's go, let's see. I can slide my king over here. Wait. I do have this intermediate move. And only then we can take here. There is no diagonal check. Okay, let's take this. Recapture. He has to work hard to get this pawn back. I got this one. Just defend this. Rook a2 is there, I think. But still, I need to be careful. This pawn can just get to the promotion very quickly, as you can see. What to do now? I'm not seeing the move. Let's just wait. Okay, he's attacking this pawn again. Okay, I think he might be able to take that. But let's make it tricky. How are you going to take? If you take with the rook, rook d1 wins the queen. And if you take with the queen, then queen takes f2 is going to be problem. And now we are pushing this pawn. Again, we are just keep putting pressure. If queen moves from the back rank, then we are going to have queen to e4 check, forking the king and that rook. Might be useful. Can I go again? I don't think so. Looks winning to me. Check and then I can push. He designs. Let's go. Oh, queen f2 was there. I was missing that from a distance. Oh my god. He allowed queen takes f2, queen h2 checkmate. Couldn't he just take the pawn? Pawn take? Where? Okay, let me show you the some of the key points. Do you want the truth? What is the truth? Ghost white. First of all, if he takes the knight here, we simply takes that rook. This is a check. And after he recaptures, only then we takes the bishop. And we are fine. That was the idea. And now let's see the couple of points at the end. Let's go all the way till this moment. We put him in the zigzag. And now we play the move queen d4. First of all, if he takes here with the rook, then rook d1 pins the queen and you win the game on the spot. The great awakening. And of course, after queen d4, if white takes the pawn with the queen, he allows queen takes f2, king h1, and queen h2. That's the idea. That's why I didn't take the pawn, but we just keep moving our pawn. And here he just blundered the entire game. Queen takes f2 again, king h1, and queen h2 is here. Before white queen move. Before white queen move. Where exactly? Before white queen move. Okay, first of all, we attack the queen here. Follow the white rabbit. What? Before, let's see. Where do you want to capture the pawn? Queen goes back to e1. I takes the pawn. He recaptures. And I takes here. Rook goes to b1. And I defend the pawn here. I defend the pawn. He goes h4. I goes king h7, just waiting. King goes to f1, and now I play queen d4. So after queen to f1, this is the only moment where he's hitting the pawn. Right. So we stop that with the queen d4. I think I have explained this thing. If he takes here with the queen, then queen takes f2. After you move the king, welcome to the tier. After we move the king, there is no, he can't take here. Oh, so you want to say this? You want to say this? Yeah, this might work, I guess. Yeah, it is a beautiful move. Trying to deflect the queen, and then he can take this. Yeah, yeah, it might be the move. Yeah, it's a draw. Yeah, now this is the tactic which works in favor of white. Rook takes b5. Yeah, great spot. Either 17401. You're on the point. Even I missed this. Okay, good game. Let's play another one. Let's try to get back to 2100 as soon as possible. I'm gonna start with one e4. And by the way, you guys are not hitting the like button, guys. We are only at 29 likes. We are only at 29 likes. What is stopping you from hitting that like button? If something particular is there, you can tell me. The matrix is a system new. What is it trying? Let's bring this piece out. Maybe I can get hit by this. Okay, the pawn is hanging. Queen c2 simply defends the pawn. Now queen b6. We can eliminate the knight here. I can also play b3. What should I do? Should I eliminate this? Let's take this and then the pawn. I think I'm fine here. Okay, his idea is to trap my rook there. He's allowing this move. Wait. I think I have to evacuate with the rook as soon as possible. Yeah. Now this. And rook c5. I'm getting my rook back efficiently. Then I need to bring the knight out. I'm still behind in development. I'm not seeing there is like too much threat. Let's go knight to d2. Let's finish the development. And then maybe I can try to play knight rook to c5 first. Let's hit the queen. And now bishop e5 is there. Just trying to disarm the dark square bishop there. I can also grab this one. Yeah, I'm not seeing a single reason not to go for this pawn. And at this moment, we are up 2 pawn, and our position is better. We have to win this game. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not seeing any tactic. Let's go back. Yeah, I don't want to give up the bishop yet. Rather, I want to trade this. Do you want to play f6? Okay, that's great. That's great. Now this diagonal going to be b. Let's go knight h4. Still, the way he's just playing so fast is like scary. Let's spin the rook now. Can I play this move, guys? Or he just unpins that? Trade the queen. What now? He's setting this. That's not a dangerous move, I guess. Let's go back with the knight. Knight is not doing great. My queen is defended, so there is no tactics related to that shenanigans. But how to continue? I mean, I need to find a way. Maybe this. Knight a7 is the only move, and then we are driving our rook to the 7th lane. Hip hop breakdancing. I think Dil does a good robot dance as well. What like belly dancing? What is going on in the chat, guys? Literally, what is going on here? My queen is again defended, so rook e1 check doesn't win my queen. Pawn is defending this time. I think I can go for the pawn. Takes takes. You have to trade the queen because your knight is hanging. And then I think I will be converting this key. But still, you have to wish me luck, guys, as I have all the potential. to mess up the winning games. Let's just close this. Knight here. Then maybe I can just take and then start pushing this pawn. But he can get behind this. So should I start with this and then this? Yeah, certainly looks the way to go. He can say that's not a problem. Let's just push this. And promotion squad is controlled. Takes with check. And we go for the pawn. There is this empty check, which does nothing. Let's just take this. And it ends. Let's go. We are back at 2100, guys. We are back at 2100. And you guys can congratulate me. And you can hit that like button. You can hit that like button if you are enjoying the games. And if you have not subscribed the channel, subscribe now because you are going to have a monthly tournament from now on and you will get the chance of winning the diamond membership, platinum membership, and gold membership as well. Bro, there was a 4. Where? Where there was a 4? Yeah, there was a 4. But everything was completely winning, so I missed this as well. Thank you, Raghav. Thank you, Black YouTuber. Thank you, Makul. Thank you, Sam. You are doing it, Bishop. Yeah, Avinash, that's great. Yeah. Now, who is sending me the challenge? Who is the next guy who wants to play against me? Send me the challenge. And again, if you have not subscribed the channel, subscribe now. And at the end of this month, we will have the viewers arena. We will have the viewers arena, and you guys will get a chance to win the membership. So if you are interested in that, just become the member of this community by hitting that subscribe button. Okay, Karna is sending me the challenge one more time. Let's give him a shot. Let's give him a shot. Okay, this is going to be the Karukan. This is the main line. Here you can't pre-move knight f6. Yeah, because of the move queen e2. If you pre-move like knight f6, knight d6 is just checkmate in one move. So we play knight d to f6 here. If you don't subscribe, they will show up to your house. Yeah, on the very next day. Let's pin this knight to the queen. I guess I could have taken that pawn on d4, which I completely missed. Okay, not a big deal. Let's bring the bishop out. Let's see what he's going to develop. Probably his idea will be to sack the bishop over here. Let's go to e8. Rook c8 now. I got knight d5. Okay, takes. Let's recapture like this. Bishop can go to this diagonal. Or bishop can go to here, opening up a line of attack on the queen. But he finds the idea. I'm not going to trade the bishop. Let's keep this on the board. I think he will trade the rook. What is this? Okay, he's trying to hit this. Let's threaten that nasty check. Very good, sir. Very good. Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. That is incredible. I'm not gonna let you run. Not gonna let you run. Checkmate. Okay, it was a nice game. You played well, but you have to look for the better move, brother. You have to look for better moves. Okay, I don't think there are any other players. Bro, I'm so sorry. I cannot play rapid games against you. I've already played against you. That too, like 2 times. I have already played against you twice. Yeah, Sam, that was right. Okay, let's try to have a puzzle rush survival. Okay, we were on the 56. 56 was the highest amount of puzzles which I have solved in one go. So let's try to have some puzzles right now as well. I have not tried the puzzle rush recently because I had facing some. I was not able to do this due to my membership. I lost the membership, but then I got it back because now we are the official chess.com streamer. So let's try to solve some nice puzzles. I will be explaining everything while I solve the puzzles. And if you guys will have any question, you can leave that question in the comment section. I will try to answer that. I think now the visual is good. Okay, we are going to solve the puzzle the survival. Okay, there we go. Initially, we got the easiest puzzle in this one, like the queen and the knight is making contact to that h7, h2. So it's just checkmate. Again, there is bishop. And now this diagonal is pretty weak, so we just deliver this checkmate. Queen takes h6 is made here. And now we just take the knight. I think, yeah, sorry, bishop there. Another back rank checkmate, easiest one. This might be the checkmate here. Knight and queen is making contact with that, and our knight is controlling the only escaping square for the white king. So queen h2 is just a no-brainer mate. King takes, and our pawn gets through. Black is like late. Our queen controls the time. Okay, again here queen and bishop is making a battery towards h2. So we deliver nice checkmate. Okay, we can simply take this rook. There is nothing else to calculate. Queen is cutting off the line. So if we play bishop to g5 check, that will simply win the game as king does not have any square. Okay, another nice trick. King might be in trouble once we start with queen takes c3 check. We will be also eating that, I think, but we just need this bishop and queen to deliver check. Take this, and now we can simply take that rook, and then that rook is also going to be happy. That's too easy. Queen and knight are on a forkable square, and if we play the d5, that is just a fork, and you win the piece here. I think my explanation makes sense. Rook is controlling the seventh rank. That means we can start with the queen to d7 check. King has to go b8, and then we simply take this pawn and then bishop with check. Check, check, and mate. Okay, so I think we can start with this check. But here our king is also in like huge danger. Rook is controlling this file. Queen is threatening queen g7. That means we need to find the immediate checkmate. If we can't do that, then we can lose the game. And I think we find this. We can start with the rook e1 check. King has to go to h2, and then we play the simple move queen to g1. That will be the checkmate. That's meet. Okay, another case of I think a pure calculation. That means we have to find the checkmate, or either we have to win a bunch of pieces. Because queen is pinning the rook, knight is also attacking this. So we are not in time to grab the pawn. And you can see that queen and the king are on the forkable square. If you land a knight on the square e3, then it will fork the king and the queen. That means our knight can jump onto that square. There you go, knight e3 check, and you pick up the queen and you win the game. That's too easy. Okay, here our king is relatively safe as compared to white king. White queen is also kind of in offside. Our rook looks good. This bishop looks great as well. But how should we start to get to the white king? How should we start? Our bishop is great. So if we start with the move It has everything to do with the king and that bishop. Did you see that? We start with the move queen takes, sorry, bishop takes b4. If white recaptures with the pawn, then everything easy as you can play the move rook to c2. That will be a check and you will win that bishop. But the question is after this move, if he takes that with the queen, then we remove the queen, forcing c takes b4, and then again getting in with rook c2 check, picking off that bishop, which is undependent on g2. Let's go. Bishop takes b4, queen takes b4, and now rook c2. We win the bishop. Good move. Okay, now I think we need to find the checkmate because we are down in material. We have only two pieces. Our king is also not so safe. White has four pieces. That means we have to find the checkmate. And in order to find the checkmate, we have to cut off the king. Rook is cutting off the second rank. Pawn is controlling these two important squares. So every square is controlled. White has only these two squares. But if we start with the move bishop to f5, then king can go to this way. What is the difference if we start with this move? Then king can go here, and there is like no checkmate. I can't push this pawn because bishop is pinning this. That means we have to go for this alternative. Bishop f5 check, king goes to f4. Aha, then we play the move rook to g4 check. He has to block with the bishop, then we simply take that bishop and that is going to be checkmate. Yeah. Bishop f5, rook g4, and we take that bishop with check. That's it, yeah. Spider-Man, Yath, Gaya. Yeah, you guys are right. Okay, I think our queen is pinning that knight nicely. That means we can take this pawn with a4. Yeah, that's too easy. Let's take that and again recapture. Okay, whenever you have a knight on e4 and you have a queen on this diagonal and your opponent king is still in the center, always look for the diagonal check. White has to play g3, then you sack the knight, and after hg, you simply take the rook in the corner. Queen h4, knight takes g3, queen takes h1. You win the game. Again, there is a lot of pressure on these kind of pieces. Our knight is also hanging, but his king is in the center of the board. And our knight is controlling these squares. Bishop is slicing off the entire diagonal. So every square around black king is controlled. That means if we start with the move bishop to h5 check, after rook takes h5, our queen gets in with checkmate. Yeah, I think we are right. Let's just go for this line. Now queen takes, and again queen takes with mate. That's GG. Okay, this is kind of annoying. What is the? I think queen f6 is simple. Just threatening queen g7 checkmate. And I don't think there is any kind of defense. Don't try to go for the brilliancy pass because queen takes e6 and black defends everything. Rather, queen f6 ends the game on the spot. He can just throw this empty check. We recapture. Okay, again the knight and the bishop are on the forkable square, so we can start with the move d4. Just make sure there is nothing else to do. Yeah, d4 wins the game. You simply take the knight, and there is nothing more to be done. Here, the bishop is attacked by the queen, and it is also attacked by the knight. Is there anything else? Are we in time? Yeah, I think we are. Because after queen takes d4, it is going to be a check, and we will fork the queen. So he has to take. Then we recapture with an attack on the bishop. Oh, sorry, rook, and then bishop is going to be hanging. Now let's go for this. Okay, this is not a danger because our rook is protecting that. Okay, black is attacking our queen and queen does not have any square. Queen does not have any square. That means we have to find the way how to get out of this mess. I think I see that. I do have this beautiful check, forcing the king on the back rank. Because after knight f5 check, bishop is slicing off the diagonal and knight will control that square as well. Of course, bishop is already controlling this. And after he goes to the back rank anywhere, only then we take that rook. Let's go. Puzzle gets finished. Okay, here it looks like I can take queen takes, and then we have bishop takes g6, opening up a line of attack on the queen. If you immediately start with bishop g6 in order to double attack, Then knight takes f3 is the key resource which black have. Or maybe knight takes c2 even. So first we take the knight, only then we take the bishop. Black is attacking our queen. Queen is the only defender of our rook. I guess we have rook takes g6. Queen takes, also rook takes g5. Then we take that, but rook takes back. He will be fine. Simple rook takes, yeah. Rook takes z4, f takes z4, and then rook takes g6 pins the queen to the king. As simple as that. Okay, here white pawns looks way too advanced. It is just marching down. We do have our pawns as well. That means we can force queens off the board. But we need to calculate. After this move, let's say it takes, we recapture. And if we push the pawn, I think our king is getting closer. Our king is closer to these pawns, so we might be able to stop this. Whereas our pawn will be unstoppable. I'm pretty sure this must be winning. I'm just trusting my instinct. Let's clear. And yeah, there we go. Okay, another instance where both the queens are hanging. And the question is which queen should we go for? Of course, we should not go for this because then white takes this and white is fine. Rather, we have to find the move queen takes f7, sacrificing the queen temporarily. And after it takes, we recapture with other rook and we will be up a piece. Queen takes and now rook takes. Okay, again, knight is controlling the only escaping square for the white king and our queen is making contact with the h2. So we play simple queen takes h2 checkmate. That's easy. King h5. I can take that rook, but the problem is queen takes f1, which looks danger. But if you see that idea, our queen and black queen is in the standoff. Only the pawn is in between. So if you start with the move g4, that is going to be a check, and then you can simply pick up the queen in the corner, and you are winning the game immediately. You don't need to overcalculate this. Okay, I think our pawn will be unstoppable once we start pushing this pawn. Don't go here because black can just get into the dark square and you are never winning. Rather, you push this and you get the queen. Okay, black has a queen, white has a queen and a knight. Where to find checkmate? This is simply a checkmate because king will not have any escape. Checkmate, there you go. Material is equal. No, white is ahead in material, but white king looks weak. That means you really have to find a way to deliver checkmate, or either you have to win a bunch of pieces. Okay, let's calculate this one. Queen b1, all of these square will be controlled, and white will have the option of king c4 or king to a3. If he goes king c4, then it will be easy. We can pick up this pawn with check. But the real question is after queen to b1, white can go king to a3. But then we have rook a6 checkmate. Then we have rook a6 checkmate. So I think it's simple. Check. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Let's take this pawn. Oh, that was wrong move. Wow, there was something else. Something else. I thought queen takes a2 is like no brainer. Let's see the solution. Rook to e4 is the way to go. Aha, king does not have any way, so white has to give up the queen. If you are going for this, then it is just a draw because he has escaped and there is no way to win this. Okay, let's go back. We got the first puzzle wrong, and now let's try to continue. We can have like 3 wrong. Okay, it may seem that you can take this rook, but look at the queen is controlling the diagonal and rook h8 will be checkmate. That means we need to force this queen out of this square. How to do that? Do I have this rook sack? Yeah, I think we have. If queen takes b2, then we have rook b8. But there is a problem. After this one, you can take that with the king. Um, Although I have an idea, I have this queen sack. After it takes, We recapture with check. King goes to a2, and then we play rook to a4. He has to play this one, then we sack our rook, and at the end we will capture this rook. Yeah, I think we have to sack the rook, sorry, queen, to get back into the game. I think we can start with this move. Rook takes d1, rook takes d1 will be a check, king a2, and only then we play rook a4. King can't escape here because the pawn is controlling, so he has to play queen to a3. Then we simply takes that queen, and any way it takes, only then do we take this rook here. I don't think rook takes b2 is working. Let's go for this. Yeah, that is the correct calculation. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Only then, only now we take this rook, and we are up in x6. Yeah, now the puzzles are getting higher and higher because now we are in the 40s. We are solving the puzzle number 35. Okay, again, we are down in material. We have only two pieces where white has extra material, but white king looks weak. That means we have to go for the immediate checkmate. I think bishop is controlling the diagonal. And if we throw this check, that is simply going to be checkmate as our pawn is controlling this important square. So every square is going to be controlled. So there you go. Queen a3 is just mate in one. Okay, it may seem we can take, but then queen takes simple. What else is there? Can I go for this? Bishop takes e4, d takes e4, then queen takes e4. Simple bishop e3. Oh, I have a bishop takes z4, and after queen takes z4, we have f5, poking those two pieces. Yeah, let's go. f5. Okay, our queen is defended. That means we can simply take the knight. But in this kind of situation, you have to be careful. Where your opponent can attack your queen, and if your queen is undefended, then you have to. But here bishop is defending. Let's take the knight and win the game. Wow, black has way to add in material, but white has this important pawn, and white has the queen. And we have to find the solution. Maybe I will be able to pick up this knight, but again, rook looks interesting. Check. There's like multiple check. Only one will be the correct idea. Right. If I'm going here, then he has king to f4, which can defend the knight. That means queen to z5 is the right. And now we can take this knight, attacking the rook and attacking the knight. And if you throw this check, then we have king c1, attacking the rook again. Yeah, let's go for this. Oh, if you take, then there is knight to e3, f4. And that will be a draw. That means we have to move the king. Where should we move the king? If I'm going here, then again there is going to be this check. And I can't go this way, I can't go this way. That means we have only one move, which is king to e2, knight to c3 check. We slide the king up and we might be fine. If I move the king, he takes. I push, but he simply block, and that king e2 is the only. This is kind of like hard. What is the move? Our pieces are like here and there, not on a meaningful square. But white king is weak. White is threatening to pick up this knight. Okay, let's calculate. I think the queen is on a wrong square. It is undefended, and I see the connection between that queen and in our queen. We can start with the move queen to h5 check, and if he goes king to g1, then we play knight takes f3 check and open up a line of attack on the queen, and we win the game. Yeah, queen h5 just wins the game. Okay, king g3. Then we have knight to e4. Then you have knight to e4. But you need to calculate the rook takes e4 idea. We takes the queen, and then he will be able to take that rook. But then we simply play the move h6, make a look for the king, and we might be winning. Yeah, let's go. That's easy. Okay, here it makes sense. We can start with the queen f6 move, but then king f8, and there is no checkmate. So we are going to start with queen h6. King f8 will be simply impossible. If he goes there, then knight f6 will finish the game immediately. So queen h6, king h8, and knight f6 anyway. Threatening queen takes h7 will be unstoppable. Yeah. This is just easy. Okay, I think we might have the intercontinental ballistic missile trap with knight takes f7, forking the queen and that rook. And after he takes here with the king, only then we play the move bishop g6 check, and we open up a line of attack on the queen. If he play king to e7, and then we can play the move bishop takes c5 check, and eventually black has to get rid of the connection between the queen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is winning. Check, and we just pick up the queen here, which is undefended. Okay, queen takes f3. What is the idea? I think material is equal on the board. White queen looks active. Rook is, oh sorry, bishops are doing great job. Mm, is there something shenanigans related to this move? Oh, I have a beautiful move. Queen to h4, threatening checkmate and double attacking the bishop by the queen and the rook. Yeah, that is the idea, I guess. Let's go. Queen h4. And now we pick up the bishop and we win a piece. And with that, the game is 12. Okay, it's white to move. And again, our king is relatively weaker than him. We can take this bishop, and after king takes, we can play the move knight to g6, poking the king, the queen, and the rook. That will be a royal fork. And of course, after this move, if he ignores, then I think I can get my queen in as well. This is completely winning. What? That was the wrong move. Completely normal looking move is the wrong move. What the heck is this? Yeah, that is the like craziness. Yeah, the right move is you have to start with queen to a5 check. But why this is wrong? Because of king e8, and now you have no check. You simply have no check. Black is saving the game because your king is suddenly weak and he has a perpetual. Wow. Look at how beautifully in these kind of puzzles you have to find the winning move. And the difference is after this check, if he goes king e8, now you have f7 resource as knight is controlling that square. And once he goes to f8, only then you play knight g6, poking everything here. Wow, beautiful. Can I play? I'm 200 elo though. Okay, let me finish this puzzle rush. We are at 42, puzzle number 42, and the puzzles are like 2000 rated now. So let me finish this, then I will try to play against you. Okay, let's try to find the solution. We have two rooks and a knight, where black has three minor teams and a rook. Is there any sort of any sort of thing? I think we might have. We have rook to h1 attacking the knight. And if you go for knight takes f3, I think we can start with rook h7 check. But king f6 attacks the rook. Oh wait. Oh, I think we have simple rook to d5, which attacks the bishop, which attacks the knight. Yeah, I think rook d5 is the simplest move. We don't need to overcalculate this. Yeah, we just simply take this knight. Okay, again there is some tactics. Our king is weak. White king is sorry. Black king is not so safe as well. I can start with this. He will recapture. And how to put pressure on this knight? That is the question. If I can put more pressure on this knight, then the queen and the king is on the wrong side. But it doesn't look easy though. What to do? Bishop h7 doesn't do anything. King takes simple. If we start with rook takes f7, he will recapture probably with the rook to defend everything here. Yeah, let me calculate this line. Rook takes f7, rook takes f7. And then I do have this beautiful check. If he goes back with the rook, then we play queen to h4 with some pressure on the bishop. But then he got d5, e5, defending that knight as well. Wow, it is complicated. Let me think in a silence. Can we start with this? Queen takes z5. We can start with queen takes z4. Sorry, rook takes z4, of course. Attacking the queen, pinning that queen to the king. And after he recaptured, we are going to have rook z3 as our queen is doing a great job controlling that square from a distance. Let's go. Yeah, this is completely winning. Okay, now we have classic bishop endgame. White has 2 pawns. We have 3 pawns. And it is the opposite color bishop. This is simply not working as we can take that. Oh, it's black to move. That means I think we need to involve our king. King f5, king e6, and then maybe I can go after this pawn. And then with the help of that king, we can even push this. Yeah, I think king f5 is the winning. Simply trying to get the king into the game. Okay, now we play this. And now we play this. Paving the way for the pawn to be pushed. And then okay, another classic endgame. We have two rooks. Black has two rooks as well. Black has king, knight, and the bishop. What is the way to win the game? I can start with this, but he simply recaptured. There is nothing else to do. What if we start with knight takes e7, rook takes e7? Still doesn't feel the way to go. Let me think. Maybe this and then simple rook takes c3 is the way to win the game. But he takes this, we recapture, rook takes. Hey, it looks complicated, man. Is this winning? There is rook z6. Oh, this one is complicated. Oh, knight takes d4, attacking the rook, and then only threatening knight takes c6 with check. That will be unstoppable, yeah. Knight takes d4, and now knight takes. Let's go. We are going nicely. Okay, king is kind of weak on this diagonal. So if we start with the move, queen a4 check. Black has to play knight c6 in order to defend the bishop. And then maybe we can play this move, bishop to b5, applying pressure on that knight. And if we start with this, we simply recapture. Queen has to play d7, and then our knight jumps on to e5. I know it is like too much calculation, but I think I can show you this one. Queen a4, bishop to b5. Okay, now we can simply take this, and then we can try to take this one as well. But I think the simplest is knight e4, applying even further pressure on that knight. Knight e5. Yeah, we win the game. Let's go. Wow, look at the queen, the rook. The question is, can I go for this move? I think I can, because there is simply no tactics. Like after queen takes d2, if he goes for bishop takes f3, we can simply play queen f2. But then queen takes z4 will be a problem though. Let me think. We are on puzzle number 47, and now it is getting harder. We can't just normally go for this blinded move. I don't think that is the move. Although we need to calculate queen takes d2, bishop takes f3. Looks scary. I don't even think there is any other alternative. I mean, if you play queen to z3, he simply trade and he takes the pawn on b2. So I think we have to go for this. Queen takes d2, bishop takes f3, and then maybe queen f2. Queen takes z4 check, king f1, and I think I will be fine. Yeah, now queen f2, also keeping an eye on g2 and attacking that bishop as well. Is this rook sack worth it? I don't think so. We will not achieve much and our king will be weak. So queen f2, yeah, king f1. What? Oh, why should I go for king f1? Queen z3. Queen z3 was the simplest move. Just block the check and attack the bishop. Yeah, queen z3. Queen g3. What is wrong in this move? He had another check here. I slide the king. Let's see, there must be something wrong in this. Rook f8 simply, defending the bishop and now threatening this devastating check, or maybe king g1, and black is back in the game. You just lost all of your advantage. That was the idea. Okay, I think it's enough. We get to the 47 puzzle, but still it was not enough. My best is 56 in the puzzle The Survival, and this puzzle was 2180, so it was supposed to be solved. I should have solved this. Queen g3 was just like no brainer. But still, I missed this. Not a big deal. I will try to improve myself in the upcoming days. And if you guys enjoyed the game and the stream, do consider hitting that like button. And if you have not subscribed the channel, subscribe now. You will get the chance to win the membership at the end of this month. We will have the viewer arena. And if you guys have any question, leave that in the comment section. Pros Gang is sending me a challenge, so I'm going to accept this challenge. But this is going to be the last game. This is going to be the last game. Let me fix the visuals for you. Wait. Let me make the move first. Okay, now I think it's fine. Okay, he goes from bishop to c4. I think I can strike in the center with d5. Let's finish this game immediately, as my opponent is 2720. Wow. We are playing against 2720, guys. Can you believe that? A super GM. What is that move? I've never seen this move in this position. Okay, let's bring the knight out. I don't want to grab his pawn unnecessarily. I can support the pawn. Bishop e7 now. If he takes here, then we recapture with the knight or pawn to open up the bishop's diagonal. And we can kick out this bishop. Let's cancel here. The pawn is sufficiently defended by the knight and the queen. We don't need to overcalculate this. Okay, it takes. Let's recapture, solidify the pawn as well. So actually he helped us to reinforce our central pawn. Okay, he's opening up the bishop. Rook b1, get the b5. And now I want to play bishop z4, hitting the queen there. And our rook is going to stop this. Okay, that is just asking this move. Our knight was also taking that square, and now your queen is hanging. You don't have queen b3. So that was the idea of rook b1 to stop queen b3. And I think I can deploy my bishop onto this diagonal. Bishop is not doing great job here, so we can shift this bishop to this square, where it will be more active. Okay, let's go back with the bishop. Have some attack on that pawn. And again, bishop d6 is going to be the good move. I'm really struggling to draw the arrows. And now this diagonal is also weak, which can be a problem for white. Okay, he goes back with the knight. Let's attack the rook in the corner. If rook f2, we do have this move, but that doesn't achieve too much. Let's play knight to h5, taking away this square with the bishop from the bishop. And I can play bishop c5 in order to pin that rook, but he got this, which is unknown. Let's take this. Bishop takes f5 is coming. And then we play bishop to d6, offering a bishop trade. We are up a pawn. White king is weak, should be winning, if I'm not wrong. Queen g6 check is coming probably, forcing king h1, and then maybe we can deploy our rook onto the e5. Rook takes b2 can be played as well in the future, but for the moment, rook is nicely defended. Let's start with the queen f6, keeping an eye on the pawn. And again, trying to hit that. Yeah, let's go for this. But I think this is easier. Yeah, let's grab this pawn with check. And I think we can have another check here. But this is good. Rook takes b2. Trying to deflect the rook as the queen is undefended. Okay, goes for this. Makes some sense. I can take this. And we can even trade the queen at this moment. But if you move the knight, I'm taking the rook as well. That is just going to be like no-brainer. White can't move this knight easily. Knight f3 doesn't do anything. We simply take this. Let's take that. Knight takes is impossible because your queen is hanging. And after queen takes, your rook is going to be undefended. Simple tactics. There is a checkmate now. Checkmate is coming probably. And that's it. I don't think there is much to do. August for this checkmate. That's it. I hope you do enjoy this game and the stream. Let's play a couple of bullet game as I have lost all of my rating in the bullet sets. So let's try to regain some of them. What is this? Yes, knight takes c2. But he sees that. I'm fine here. Queen takes f2. Can you miss this? Queen takes f2, queen d2. Oh, it doesn't miss this. Now that's coming. Let's take this. But he is always going to have. I'm taking the bishop as well. Make sure I'm not getting segment. I can always play this rook even. Okay, this is going to be the check. But what after this move? I will be in trouble. Let's go here. Simply defend that. Rook and bishop is still hanging. Should be winning. I can take this. I can go back. And now that is a threat. He sees that. Let's take this. That is a problem. Check. Meet. That's meet. Let's go. How to make good move? You just have to analyze the moves of your opponent as well. Just ask yourself why your opponent is moving some certain piece on a certain square. What is the